Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a quick overview on the Skylar fragrances. I have the original sample set here and the two that they released after. There's a little section on their website that says why we're different. The first thing that they claim is they have clean and modern scents. Unique, light, and never overpowering. I do have to agree with that. Their scents are on the sheer side, which for some people is not exactly a plus, especially when you live in a very warm environment where scents will tend to wear off of your skin much quicker. But they are more sheer scents. Natural, free of parabens and toxic chemicals. Define natural. That's where I start to have a problem. Define natural, because there are a ton of aroma chemicals that could be defined as natural depending on how you look at it. So, and natural doesn't always mean sustainable either. So anyway, hypoallergenic. This is a pretty high claim. Skin safe and non-irritating, so they must be steering clear of aroma chemicals and natural oils and products that tend to irritate the skin more often, I guess. And cruelty-free, which is fantastic. So if you are looking for a cruelty-free fragrance line, here you go. Now, their sample set is $20 for the 6 samples, but you also get a $20 credit towards a full-size perfume, which for me kind of sucks because I don't really want to buy a full size. I just want like a couple of travel sizes, so I don't know if that code will work on that or not, but there you go. So it is packaged like this and opens up. So it is a cute presentation. So the original 4 are included in here. I think their newer sample sets are extended to include all 6 in this little box, but mine came separately. So the original 4 are Arrow, Coral Isle, and Meadow. Arrow is by far my favorite out of all of them. Before I get started talking about the scents, let me mention that like I did already say, they are on the sheerer side. They don't last much longer than 6 hours. But I also live in Florida, so that could be longer for other people in other places. Unless it's something I specifically wear to the office, I'm not as much of a fan of scents that are specifically made to be more sheer scents. So I want the control of how strong my scent is, so if I don't want it to be strong, I'll just wear one spray. All of these do seem to have, on the dry down, you can start to notice it, the same sort of baseline to them, the same sort of DNA, so to speak. So they all do have some portion of the fragrance composition in common, which is probably because they are meant to be layered and used together, which is really nice. I like that concept of encouraging fragrance layering and things like that. So Arrow has jasmine, patchouli, tonka, neroli, vanilla, labdanum, birch, and something that I can't read right now because I can't see out of one of my eyes because my contacts hate me right now. Anyway, but Arrow is my favorite out of all of these. The second one is Coral. Coral is a fruity scent. It is a little more on the youthful side, borderline, getting a little bit juvenile, but not quite. The quality of this fruity scent, though, is really nice. It doesn't smell too candy-like, which is really good. Is grapefruit, apple blossom, blackcurrant, sandalwood, patchouli, and benzoin. The base notes, the sandalwood, patchouli, and benzoin, are not super powerful in this. There are very much there just to offset the sweetness of the fruits. The blackcurrant stands out a lot. The grapefruit isn't super noticeable. I think it just kind of is there to add a little tiny bit of tartness to the black currant, and the apple blossom is like a fruity floral all on its own that kind of rounds it out. So as far as fruity scents go, which I'm not generally a fan of, I actually quite like this one. The next one is Isle, which is supposed to be a clean scent, and there's a certain aromatic quality to this clean scent that makes me like it a little bit more than your typical clean scents, so it's not as soapy. This one is a light citrus with spiced sandalwood, bergamot, cardamom. I also feel like I'm getting a little bit of ginger in there also, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this is on the more aromatic side of a clean scent, so if the soapy kind of smell isn't your thing, but you like a nice, clean, airy scent, this would be a good one to try. The next one that I tried is Meadow, which is by far my least favorite. It's a very sweet floral. Tuberose does not work the best on my skin. This does have a lot of tuberose in it. But if you like those sweeter, heavier florals, this would be one to try. This is probably the least sheer scent. Yeah, so this one, aside from tuberose, also has a jasmine and orange blossom, rose, bay rose, patchouli, and citrus flower, which I'm not sure. It doesn't specify which citrus other than neroli. Yes, to me the patchouli in this is not strong enough to even offset the sweetness a little bit or anything. This is just a very, in my opinion, very sweet floral. Okay, the next one that I tried was Willow. I'm a little bit disappointed in this, not because of the quality, but because there's something that in the dry down that just doesn't work well with my skin. For the first few minutes it did smell really nice on me though, and on paper it smells really nice. So this one has benzoin, cedarwood, green notes, galbanum, and that's all that's listed. Galbanum doesn't normally dry down like this on my skin. It's a very dry scent, like if you're comparing like a dry wine or a dry gin, it's that kind of a dry smell, and it just doesn't work super well on my skin for some reason. And I want to say it's the galbanum that's doing that, but normally that note doesn't react that way on my skin. But yeah, definitely give this one a try if you like nice woody scents. And the last one I tried was Capri, which is a very tropical scent. Well, it says it's a Mediterranean scent, but to me it smells tropical, but in a much better way than sunscreen and like fake coconut, So this one has a citrus, bergamot, neroli, a grapefruit, blood orange, teakwood, vetiver, crystal musk, dewy rose. To me it has like a little bit of a pineapple-y note too, but I'm again not sure. I'm not normally one for citrus scents. This one is a little bit more rounded in my opinion, and I like this one a lot more than I thought I was going to. That is my quick overview of the Skylar brand. If you've tried any of these, let me know what you think. And that is all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. It means a lot to me. And until next time.